What's going on, guys? My name is Airfaded, and today I'm here to show you my 1970 Mercury Cyclone spoiler drag tune. This is one of the more underrated and biggest sleeper classic muscle cars that I've found so far in this game. It was just recently added in the new car pass, and yeah, it has the option to swap the racing 7.2 liter V8 in it, which makes it pretty darn fast and very underrated. So let's not waste any more time and hop right into it. Alright, so hopping on into conversion, like I said, you can swap the racing 7.2 liter V8 into it. You can also swap this 8.9 liter V8 DSC, which I believe is some type of Dodge Mopar engine, but it has 1500 horsepower, 1100 foot-pounds of torque. It's very hard to control that with rear-wheel drive. I've struggled so far to find a car worthy of handling that rear-wheel drive. So we're going to the next highest option, and it's the racing 7.2 liter V8. And we're keeping it rear-wheel drive, like I said, and adding twin turbos to it. And as far as aero and appearance goes, we got nothing on the front, and then the rear we do remove that spoiler that is, I believe, the namesake of the car. That's kind of why the car might have the name, is because it has the spoiler, but we're going to remove it. So, and then for the hood, you can choose one of these options if you would like and just get a little bit lighter. But I just kind of like the look of the stock one, and it's not a huge weight difference, so I'm going to do that. As far as tires, we got drag tires. We have all the way skinny in the front, and then 325s in the rear, as well as maxed out track width in the rear and front. And then something I did for this car that you don't have to do, but I upgraded the front rim size to 18 inch just because if you kind of go back and look, at the car, it makes the back tire just look that much bigger and meatier. So just a little visual thing that you can do. And also for wheels, you can choose whichever wheels you'd like. Probably some on the lighter side. I went for the Weld Racing Magnum 3s. But yeah, I think it's a really good looking wheel, and with the tire combo with the 18 in the front and the very fat tire in the back, I think it looks like a solid drag car in my opinion. So for the drivetrain, we have the race clutch, we have the race transmission, the race driveline, and the drift differential, which allows you to shift just a tad bit faster than the race differential. And then for platform and handling, we have race brakes, rally suspension, front and rear anti-roll bars upgraded to race, and then full race weight reduction. Still is a classic muscle car, of course, so it's still going to be on the heavier side, but you can get it down pretty far. And then as far as the engine, just go ahead and fully upgrade that thing. Everything here, twin turbos, intercooler, all that, and you will be left with 1,356 horsepower at 2,905 pounds. So that is the build for you guys. Let's take this thing out to the track right now and show you guys the tune. Alright, so now we're at the track. Let's dive into the tune here for you guys. So for the tire pressure, we have 30 in the front, 15 in the rear. For the gearing, we have a 224 final drive, and then we have 347, 267, 217, 182, 151, and 124. A little bit shorter of gears in this one, so you will be using 5, even 6 sometimes at the end of a really long race, just to help keep that power in. For the alignment here, we have 0.5 camber in the front, 0 in the rear, 0s for the toe, and then 7 for the front caster angle. All the way stiff for the front and rear anti-roll bars. Springs we have all the way soft in the front and 522 in the rear, as well as maxed out ride height. Dampening we have 1 rebound stiffness in the front, 10 in the rear, and then 20 and 20 for the bump stiffness. Nothing to do with aero, nothing to change on brake, and differential we have 100 and 100. So that is the tune for you guys. Let's go ahead and take this thing out real quick and show you how to launch it. So if you don't know how to launch in Forza Horizon 5, very easy. All you have to do is hold down the brake or the e-brake and then just rev up your engine, basically your gas, and it'll hold you at about 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs typically. And then all you have to do is release. So you can see kind of the power. You spin a little bit sometimes out of first gear, but it really has so much power that it doesn't even really get bothered by it. So there's really not too much of a difference. And if you want to launch on the harder side, then that's just kind of what you have to do sometimes. So I'll show you the launch one more time just to kind of show it. So sometimes you won't be able to kind of get as high of a rev as you might want, but yeah, it does pretty solidly. It gets out of the hole decently, and then once it gets moving, once you get this big 2,900 pound boat moving, then it goes pretty fast. So let me line up to the quarter mile real quick and show you what kind of time it would run to the quarter mile. If you don't know how to see the quarter mile or kind of figure it out for yourself, you can just set a waypoint at the speed trap at the end and then line up 440 yards away, and then you're good. So let's give this thing a run and see what we time. Alright, 174.4 to the speed trap right there. Should be a low 8-second time on the screen for you. And yeah, pretty solid from the hole. And then let's also take this out to the bridge real quick and show you what it would do in a roll race setting, just to kind of, you know, compare from a dig into a roll. So typically I come and just do a 40 roll real quick, use the gutter at the end of this tunnel to kind of be the starting line. And yeah, let's see what speed we trapped at the end. And we will go with 6 just at the end there, but we get 183.8. And then if you were to continue that race all the way, then 6 will get you to the end of that, to the bridge. So yeah, that is the tune for you guys. One of the bigger sleeper cars that I've found so far, being able to swap the Racing 7.2 liter V8 into it. Still not quite as fast as the very OP Dodge Dart. That thing is very light when fully upgraded, but so far this is about the second fastest classic muscle car that I've kind of found. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave any comments of any other builds that you'd like to see me do in the future. And yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.